Today I'm going to be ranking every Sabrina Carpenter song from the album Short and Sweet. So let's get started. This is going to be my tier list. God tier, fantastic, a vibe, it's okay, and still no. So the first song is Taste. And I think Taste is such a unique song. The music video with Jenna Ortega was literally insane. Like, I remember that coming out and I was just like, oh my god, did they just kiss? I'm pretty sure the song is on about Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes. This song reached #1 in Australia, Ireland, and the UK, so it was a really big hit. And it got #2 on the Billboard Global 200, so it was clearly just a smash hit. And I think it's amazing. Personally, myself, I would listen to this song every single day of 2024. And that's why I'm going to put it at God tier. Okay, so the video is about to get even more iconic because then we talk about Please, Please, Please.
Please, please.
Everybody was talking about it. #1 on the US charts. This song received acclaim from many critics. And I just remember when it was coming out with the music video with her in jail and Barry Keoghan. I think it's Keoghan. Guys, I don't know how to pronounce his name, okay? And I'm not going into depth because I really don't care. But yeah, he had a really big part in it and she had a really big part. They were kind of the power couple of 2024. When this album released, everybody was just talking about how they were together. And I think with Barry playing such a big part in the music video, it just kind of boosted this please, please, please craze going on. Just all the playful kind of stuff she talked about in the song like that. So for me, it's got to be God tier. It had such cultural significance and I just, yeah, God tier. Okay, so the next song we've actually got is Good Graces.
Like, ooh, baby.
And if you've ever listened to this song, it's just such a good song. Good Graces was literally such an underrated song. It was #15 on the Billboard Global 200s, which is another milestone that many music artists really want in their career, so I think we gotta praise that. Obviously, it's not as high as something like Taste or Please, 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 but I think it's still up there with all of them. So for Good Graces, I'm going to put it as a vibe. The next song is Sharpest Tool.
Right, then you took a left.
And I think this is such an underrated song again. People wouldn't agree with me. I don't know why. Like, a lot of people just don't talk about this song. There's probably obviously loads like me that love it. It reached #21 on the Billboard Hot 100s, which again is just such a good milestone to have. We've got to praise it for that. That's quite a high level for such an underrated song. So I've decided to put Sharpest Tool in a vibe again because I think it's just a vibe. Moving on with the next song in the album, and that is actually Coincidence.
Coincidence.
So Coincidence, in my opinion, is another underrated song. I know there's so many underrated songs, but I think it's just because it's overshadowed by Please, 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 Taste, Espresso, which we will get to Espresso. The bridge in this song is honestly phenomenal. So that's why this song kind of stands out in the album, but not as much as obviously the big kind of like Please, Please, Please. But it is definitely higher than a level of like some of the other ones we'll look at shortly. So it's kind of like an in-between song. It's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst. So that's why I've decided to put it in a vibe again. So the next song on this album is actually one of my favourites, and that is actually Bed Chem.
Art thou, why not upon me?
I think Bed Chem is so unique, kind of has that tongue-in-cheek kind of energy. Just such a playful song. It was criticised, actually, from the critics by saying that it was too sexual, but I just disagree. At 14 on the Billboard Hot 100s, was certified triple platinum in Australia and Canada, so there we go. That kind of tells you everything. I mean, obviously, it's not at another level like some of the other ones we've looked at, but again, it's just such a standout kind of song just because it has that unique kind of sexual kind of energy, which some people argue is bad. Like, girl, reality check, because it's really good. So that's why I'm going to put this song in God tier. I think it's obviously a single for a reason, and I think it's such a standout song. Okay, and then we get to the main single that everybody was talking about when this album came out. You've probably heard of it. It's Espresso. In my opinion, this is the song that launched this album into stardom. It was Sabrina's kind of way of saying, hey, look at me, my album is going to be a standout album of the year. The song was so catchy, and honestly, I think that's what made it a standout kind of album of 2024. The lyric, "That's that me espresso," is so unique and one of a kind that it kind of boosts the album just by saying, I'm different, implying that she's keeping the man awake, but she could have just said, I'm keeping you awake every single night, but instead she says, that's that me espresso, and that there's a difference in songwriting. It was #3 on the Billboard Hot 100s, which again tells you something, but you might notice that Please, Please, Please was above this. Then you're kind of asking the question, why are you saying Espresso is so much better than Please, Please, Please? Well, because without Espresso, Please 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 would have never hit number one. Espresso kind of boosted this whole album just because when she performed it in 2024 at the Coachella stage, it blew everybody away. Before then, we obviously had the hit like Nonsense from her old album, Emails I Can't Send. And a lot of people were like doubting if she could actually be a standout main pop girl, but clearly she proved all of them wrong. Without Espresso, Please 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 wouldn't have hit number one. So that's why Espresso is so significant. The song spent 65 weeks charting, which is just insane. The music video, in my opinion, was really good. Taste's music video and Please 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 were better than Espresso's music video, but I think Espresso kind of got the concept of what a world wanted to look like. Kind of showed the audience, look, this is my kind of new look. There's a big difference. She's obviously had a change and she wants to tell people that she's had this change. She associated people with the colour blue, so whenever they think of blue, they think of her album. She also obviously used espresso, which is a daily kind of thing that people get up to do. They get up and get espresso, like coffee, and they instantly drink it. So whenever they're getting coffee, they're going to think of it. She also won some Grammys for this song. I think we've been talking about espresso for way too long, so let's rank it on the tier list. I think this song is another God tier song. Okay, so next is Dumb and Poetic.
Dumb and poetic.
And I just love this song. I think we could have put this on Emails I Can't Send. It kind of sounds like it comes from that album. And it was actually written in between a break in her tour of Emails I Can't Send. So it kind of makes sense that it was 32 on the Billboard Hot 100s, which again is just an insane achievement. I think this song was really good, but that's just my personal opinion. I think if I was going from like a critic perspective or just an average person, it kind of sounds like any pop song that you could stumble across. I think we've heard multiple versions of this from different artists, so I'm gonna put this in It's Okay, which I'm really upset because I do love this song. So the next one is Slim Pickens.
Jesus, what's a girl to do?
And this is probably my least favourite song out the album, but that doesn't mean it's bad. At first I really didn't like it and I was like, why is this song even on here? It's terrible. It has kind of grown on me. You kind of need to listen to it multiple times. I think it's just kind of average, and I think it's just there for a filler. It feels like a filler, kind of basic, and it's kind of like anything else you could hear from a different artist. And so for that reason, I'm going to put It's Okay, because I don't think it's bad, but I again, it's not a standout. Next we have Juno, and
Adore me.
Juno is one of my favourite. Now I actually thought this song charted higher, but it actually only charted around the 20s, I think, on the Billboard Hot 100s. Again though, it had such a cultural impact with all the tour moments where she would do all these positions, you know, that you would normally do in bed. It made it unique again, and it was definitely a standout kind of moment, and everybody was talking about the Juno poses. We were waiting for the next one to come out. So therefore I'm going to put Juno in God tier, because again, I just think it's absolutely amazing. The next song is Lie to Girls.
Girls are crying.
It's not a really standout kind of song for me. It's really good, but again, like, you could hear this anyway. It kind of sits in that kind of middle basis again that is not a bad song. It charted number 41 on the Billboard Hot 100s, which again kind of shows you that it was okay, but it didn't have that significant kind of impact on the culture. So I think it kind of sits in that middle ground area. So therefore I'm going to put it It's Okay. And finally on this album we have Don't Smile.
Don't smile because it.
Very underrated, like actually criminally underrated. I love this song with my whole heart. I will defend it. At first I was actually like, I don't know about this song, but it's grown on me so much over that kind of course of time. It was 35 on the Billboard Hot 100s, which kind of tells you again that it was kind of underrated and not many people liked it over the other songs on the album, but I was like rooting for it. And obviously that kind of tells you that it's kind of personal, and maybe we need to recognise that. No, I'm completely lying. Put it in It's a Vibe. I don't even care what you're saying. This song is incredible, and I will not be hearing any hatred. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.